Welcome to the team. Flaggers are an important part of any Colorado Department of Transportation highway project. You'll play a vital role in helping to protect the traveling public, as well as your co-workers, from the dangers of highway and road maintenance. All flaggers who work for or on behalf of the Colorado Department of Transportation must be certified. The certification process involves studying the training manual and passing a proficiency test. Flaggers are needed for many construction and maintenance-related operations. Your work is critical when traffic needs to be blocked from a lane or rerouted for a project. Each job will have different demands and different duties. In every case, the safety of the construction or maintenance crew and the motoring public is your primary concern. In addition to the on-site superintendent, an employee of the contractor, each project will include at least 2 members from CDOT, the project engineer and the resident engineer. The project engineer will handle all of the engineering aspects of the project and is also in charge of monitoring traffic control and safety measures. The resident engineer will visit the site often and serve as an overall coordinator. Using your skills and intelligence in all flagging situations is very important. You may have to use your own judgment very quickly. You have to protect not only the public and your co-workers, but also yourself. You are constantly exposed to dangers from road construction and maintenance activities, as well as from erratic or careless drivers. So you must constantly be on guard and remain at your flagging station. Remember, always have an escape route. You will need to know where to stand to flag, the kinds of signs and devices to use, and information regarding the traffic situation. Your Traffic Control Supervisor, or TCS, will be able to help you in any traffic or safety situation. Remember, as a flagger, you should always ask questions when you are unsure. There are 3 types of signs: regulatory, warning, and guide signs. Each type has a different purpose and function, as well as a unique color and shape scheme, so that they can be easily recognized. Regulatory signs impose legal obligations and/or restrictions on all traffic. Examples include speed limit signs, stop signs, and do not enter signs. Stop signs are octagonal and yield signs are triangular. Many other regulatory signs have black letters and border on a white background. You should be familiar with the regulatory signs, as they do carry the full weight of the law. Warning signs are to notify drivers of dangers and hazards which may be present on the site. Warning signs are usually, but not always, diamond-shaped, with black letters and border on an orange background. Some examples include flagger ahead with the flagger symbol, right lane closed ahead word sign, the stop ahead with a stop sign symbol, and detour ahead word sign. Guide signs give the motorist information that may be needed to pass through work zones safely. They may also indicate directions and route markings, or give information related to the work being performed. There are many types of traffic control devices used in highway construction and maintenance work zones. Cones are the most frequently used traffic control device. They are lightweight and easy to move, and are very visible to the traveling public. Cones are bright orange and are at least 28 inches tall. They can be blown or knocked over due to natural wind or wind generated from passing traffic. Never leave your flagging station to reset cones. Instead, inform the traffic control supervisor. Drums and barrels are very effective devices for channelizing traffic. They are much larger and more visible to the traveling public, and are very effective in blocking off areas to protect the work crew from oncoming traffic. Drums and barrels are bulky and sometimes heavy, so they are most often utilized in longer-term projects. There are typically 3 types of barricades used on construction projects. Type 1 barricades are portable with a single reflectorized rail. They are typically used as channelizers on low-speed roads and urban streets. Type 2 barricades are less portable than Type 1 barricades. A Type 2 barricade has 2 reflectorized rails. These are used predominantly on higher speed roads. Type 3 barricades are fairly permanent structures with 3 reflectorized rails. Most often they are used to indicate closed roads or areas where construction may be going on for a long period of time. One piece of equipment that you will use extensively is the stop-slow paddle. The paddle may be mounted on a 5-foot staff or it may be handheld. One side of the paddle will be the stop sign. The other side of the paddle is the slow sign. When flagging at night, you may be given a flashlight with a red-lighted cone on the end. This cone should be at least 6 inches in length. You may also be given a lighted wand to use for nighttime operations. Lighted wands are generally 30 inches in length. Radios aid in flagging situations where one part or end of the work zone cannot be seen by the flagger or flaggers. The traffic control supervisor will issue you a radio to use in certain situations. The clothing you wear as a flagger is very important for safety reasons. Some of the clothing is mandatory. As a flagger, you must be visible both day and night. If traffic cannot see you, they will pose a hazard to you and the work crew. Wearing proper clothing will help protect you from the elements and identify you as a flagger. All flaggers shall wear safety apparel meeting the requirements of the ISEA, American National Standard for High Visibility Apparel. These items carry a label stating that they meet the ANSI 107 standard performance for Class 2 or Class 3 risk exposure. Background materials shall be fluorescent orange-red, fluorescent red, or fluorescent yellow-green, and have retroreflective material to provide greater visibility. Hard hats are mandatory and required by CDOT. They must be fluorescent orange-red or fluorescent yellow-green. CDOT personnel will be issued and are required to wear an orange hard hat. A hard hat is part of the recognized uniform for flaggers and is often a requirement by the contractor and OSHA. You should always wear heavy-duty shoes or work boots. They will help protect your feet from hot surfaces, uneven surfaces, debris, rocks, and help you keep your footing. You may also need hearing protection in areas with high noise levels. Long-sleeve shirts will help protect you from debris and the sun. Gloves will give your hands protection and offer comfort. Remember to always dress so that you are visible, safe, and comfortable. Proper clothing is also important for overall consistency so that your authority is not questioned. As a flagger, you will need to have a good working knowledge of normal traffic laws and regulations. You should be proficient in all of the flagging techniques necessary on your job. This includes not only mastering the actual flagging movements, but also understanding the signs and traffic control devices. As a flagger, you must always be alert. Do not relax on the job or sit in a chair or on the ground. These actions make you less visible and less able to perform your role as a traffic and safety monitor. Be aware of weather conditions. Some work zones may not be operational in heavy rain, snow, or fog. You must know how to perform your job duties under any weather condition. You must also know the traffic conditions. You may be on a high-speed busy freeway or on a moderate-speed byway or city street. The speed and volume of traffic, as well as the type of roadway, can make a huge difference in your job. You must know about the situation you're working in. You may be the only link the traveling public has with the work zone. You must be able to answer questions intelligently when asked, and you should know what kind of work is being done. Be polite, brief, and firm in your explanation. You have the authority to control and regulate traffic around and through work zones. Exercise your authority firmly. You may find yourself in a position where a careless or erratic driver does not obey your commands, such as a driver refusing to slow down to a reasonable speed to pass through a project site. If this happens, try to get the license number of the vehicle or a description of the vehicle and driver. Report this to your supervisor. Be aware that emergency vehicles may have to pass through the work zone. They do not have automatic passage through the work zone. However, it's best if you provide access as soon as possible. Clear the closed-off area as soon as it's safe and let them proceed. Alert your co-workers to the passing of emergency vehicles. Your flagging station is important for a number of reasons. You must be positioned so that you are clearly visible to oncoming traffic. Do not stand in the shade, behind a rock, next to a car, just over the crest of a hill, or just around the curve of a road. Do not park your own car near your flagging station. The three basic functions of flagging are stopping traffic, releasing traffic that has been stopped, and slowing traffic. To stop traffic, make sure the paddle is held straight up and not leaning. Make sure the stop sign is directly facing traffic. The free arm should be held with the palm of the hand above shoulder level towards approaching traffic. At night, the flashlight or lighted wand will be in the free hand and used in the same way. After the first vehicle has stopped, move to a clearly visible position near the center of the roadway or to the left of the stopped vehicle. When it's safe to release stopped traffic, move to the right of traffic and stand facing the traffic flow. Then, turn the paddle to the slow side and with deliberate arm movements, motion for traffic to proceed. Sweeping motions with a flashlight are to be used during night operations. To slow traffic, face traffic with the slow side of the paddle facing traffic. You can emphasize your position by using your free arm, slowly raising and lowering it towards the ground with your palm down. Nighttime flagging can be very dangerous. However, with some basic guidelines, you can assure safety for yourself, your crew, and the public. Always wear a retro-reflectorized hard hat and vest to help make you as visible as possible. Your tools, flashlights, lighted wands, paddles, and signs must also be retro-reflectorized. Your flagging station must be lighted for night operations. Do not leave the flagging station unless you are properly relieved by a certified, properly dressed flagger. Remember, always plan an escape route. You are responsible for guiding the public safely and efficiently through or around a work zone. In addition, your fellow workers are counting on you to keep them safe on the job site. Remember to remain highly visible to the motoring public. Wear the proper equipment and clothing. Acquaint yourself at the start of the shift to current operations and activities. Treat each driver as if they were the first driver you have faced all day. Be extra careful when flagging at night. Become familiar with all equipment and tools you may use during the time you are at your flagging station. Stay at your flagging station until you are properly relieved. Always come to work well rested. Remain alert at all times. And remember, safety doesn't happen by accident.